This is the Comparing Animals Using Cladograms assignment. The purpose of this activity is to practice your cladogram analysis and explain the evolutionary relationships among the groups of animals we have studied so far. First, you're going to watch the Edpuzzle video reviewing how to read a cladogram, and then you will complete this handout. So here we have a cladogram of the 5 groups of animals that we have studied so far. We have a sponge, a jellyfish, a planarian, a roundworm, and an earthworm. And then along the cladogram, we have the different traits that separates the different groups of animals from others. The first thing you're going to do is read this cladogram. You're going to tell me which of the animals listed are heterotrophic, which have symmetry, which have cephalization, which have a complete digestive tract, and which have segmentation. Then you're going to tell me which 2 animals are more closely related and how do you know based on the traits that they have. Next, we're going to look at some other traits that you learned about in these different animals that were not included in this first cladogram. In order to help you with this, I suggest you review your notes, and you're going to put an X in the chart next to the trait if that animal has that trait. So any animal that is multicellular, you'll type an X. Anything that does not have the trait, you can leave blank. So which are multicellular, which have radial symmetry, which have bilateral symmetry, which has germ layers, 2 versus 3, which has a gastrovascular cavity, which has a pseudocoelom, a coelom, and nervous tissue. Next, we have an incomplete cladogram. What you are going to do is you're going to figure out which traits go in these spaces. So, first one's multicellularity, bilateral symmetry, and then a true coelom, 3 germ layers, and nervous tissue. So you're going to tell me which place A, B, C, D, or E that trait would go and explain why you would place that trait here. Okay, so how you're going to do this is explain based on which animals have that trait. So for example, movement. Movement I would put at place B because I know sponges cannot move, but I know jellyfish, planarians, roundworms, and earthworms, everything that extends beyond point B has the ability to move. So I'm going to explain based on which animals do or do not contain that trait. There are 5 different traits, but these different letters can be used more than once or not at all. And so for example, if we were going to use our movement example again, that would go in place B here. That's where we first see movement in these animals, right? But we also see symmetry there. And so if movement was a trait and symmetry was a trait, they would both go in the same place. So those letters can be used more than once or not at all. So don't think that because you've used A already, for example, you can't use it again. And the last thing that you are going to do is you're going to pick any 2 of the 5 animals and you're going to compare them in the Venn diagram. In order to edit this, you double click on the Venn diagram and then it'll pull it up, and then you can click on where it says text here, and it'll pull up the text box. You can delete the text here, and you can put bullet points for the different traits that the different animals have, with the differences on either side and the similarities in the middle. If you have any questions on this assignment, please send me an email.